Hello again, Leon Turner here from Trend Controls. This time with quite a short little video to explain some of the little hidden features in the interfacing module that you can find in IQ4s and IQ5s, so the INT option. So first thing to show you is that this is an INT device. All of these things are enabled. If it wasn't the right device, it would be, and you can actually see up here, it's got the IQ int 2500 option turned on. So this device is ready to go for that nature. If you see those things grayed out, it's probably because the license isn't applied. Now, I've already done a little bit of pre-work in the, so here's one I prepared earlier. Now, I'm using Modbus IP because it's quite easy for me to emulate that. I've got IQ Vision here in the background generating some Modbus values from a series of registered, all of which are being served up via a Modbus TCP client device to a TCP slave network. So my connection is IP, and I've already set up my Modbus IP module there, as you can see, the interface network module. So what I need to do is throw on a Modbus interface module itself. So these come on pretty unpopulated, as you can see, it's empty, blank. These are all going to be outputs, so I'll explain that in a moment. But first and foremost, I'm going to choose my network module it's going to communicate on. Address 1 is correct, so we'll just OK that and let it save it. Now, what I'm going to do is fill in these outputs. Now, I know I've got about 16 from my my Modbus IP list. So if I put 16 in here, there we go. So we get 16, none of which are going to work at the moment. So the registers are all zeroed, the register type isn't populated, and so on. So I'm just going to save all that and leave that in the background for a minute. So what I'm going to do now is flip off to a spreadsheet I have in the background. Now I've already filled in one line of this spreadsheet. I've put a header line at the top there, a series of cells. That is just so you can see, for the purposes of this demonstration, what all these various parameters actually do. You'll see I've labeled them so that you can see what they all do. Now I've got 16, and you can see there aren't 16 here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to populate some of these down to 16. So some are the same. So including the header, in fact, all of those are going to be the same. They're all the same. So register type, input, read only, reference period, scaling factor, 4-byte float, the data type, all the same. Same with the units and the value, the initial value on loading. They're all going to be the same, and that one is going to be the same all the way down as well. Now, do a clever little trick in Excel here and get it to fill in a series. So I don't want these all to be the same name. Those are the labels. I want them all to be different. And the same with the register address. Obviously, don't want them all to be the same. So if I fill series, it will fill in all the details for me. Now, obviously, I've done that just for 16. It could be quite a lot more than that. Now, if I copy all of that, bearing in mind these formatting and all the columns have to be correct, and I go off to set my module, highlight all of my registers and paste them, and there we go. So that's now my interface module populated with everything I want. If I hit OK, I should be able to download that. I'll download the page because that's got the bit on it that I want to send, and get live values up. What I will do is put in a sensor module so you can see this is actually reading okay. We don't want all of those parameters, just a simple. We'll connect that up just so you can see when the values come in. So it'll take a little while for the interface module to start reading correctly. Not too long, but just as it runs through for the first time. There we go. So as you can hopefully see, we'll go back to IQ Vision. The values all match up, and there we go. That's our Modbus device done. Now, I could just as easily copy these out and write them into a spreadsheet in exactly the same way. There's actually two buttons up here for copy and paste up there, and you can select everything or deselect everything as you see fit. So I can do that manually. If I want to reuse this module, it's quite simple. I can add a strategy block to my custom modules. So this will be Modbus interface. We have an IQ, we don't, we have an IQ 5 version 2. I'm going to leave it under Modbus displays. I could put it anywhere out of that list. So hit OK. So now I get this other block up here. There's a slightly different color background to it. But if I copy and paste my interface, however simple it may be, and hit OK, that's done. And if I close that screen up and save the changes. So now if I have many of these things, I can just keep adding them and changing the address to get a full population of the meters, for example, were there more than one. There we go. So now you can see, hopefully we're building up these things quite rapidly. Those meter can be, a bit more fully featured. So if I drag another one on here, you'll hopefully see that one. I connected everything up and used connective, so it's all very apparent. So that's it from me for this little session. I hope that was useful, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.